This is the XOP Edge saddle hunting platform. I've been using this Edge platform for about 3 hunting seasons now, and really wanted to make this video a little bit earlier, but just haven't had a chance. But just want to give you my take on it, because for starters, I'm going to tell you up front, I really like this. Now, I will throw out there too, this is literally the first saddle hunting platform I've used. I haven't used any other ones, but I think this is a great starting point. Even now that I've got some experience with it, I'm not in any hurry to, upgrade this one or buy something lighter or, more expensive or whatever. It seems to work really well. Just to give you some quick tech specs on this, and then we'll break down some thoughts and other things I've seen. So this is 5.4 pounds according to their website. I imagine there's probably a little bit more weight with the strap and everything. I've obviously taped it. That's probably not adding much weight. I did that to kind of silence the buckle a little bit in case it bangs against it while I'm setting it up. The overall platform dimensions, here to here, 13, 0.75. This is 11 inches. So you got a nice wide footprint, which I really like. I wear a size 11 boot in most cases. I can stand on this thing very comfortably all day. This is a cast aluminum material, and it utilizes what they call the ultra grip traction, which I'm assuming is just these little nubs all through here. And I will tell you, that makes a huge difference. I've been in this thing while it's pouring. I've been standing on this thing while it's pouring rain, while it's icy cold, while there's snow coming down, and I've never had an issue where I've taken a weird step and, slipped and, had that borderline shock like you might fling off of it or something. So whatever that, what they call that again, ultra grip traction, that seems to work great. You've also got an adjustment here too. So what that's going to let you do, this adjustment bolt's going to allow you to twist it like so, and you can make it go more of a slant if you find that to be more comfortable, or if you're on a weird leaning tree. Very rarely ever going to cam it upward like that, but for the most part. So that lets you have it more flat, level, or adjust it. And as you can see, that's a pretty big bolt, so you can move it a lot of different directions there depending on what it is you're seeking. Now, as far as the rest of the specs go, I'm sorry, they call that Evo Track. So that's the Evo Track. I just saw that. It says it's durable, abrasion resistant. So yeah, integrated gear attachment points. That's referring to these little things. I really haven't tied off too much of that. I think once I did try to tie off my loop to pull up my gear hoist. I usually just strap my gear to my backpack anyway, so I very rarely use a gear hoist. But if you're using it, that's great. But yeah, overall, pretty straightforward stuff. Another big thing it mentions there too is it has this wide tooth design. I'm going to touch on that in just a second, but I will tell you that provides an excellent grip. And of course you got these up here as well. But one of the big things I wanted to share about this is that before I bought this, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos where people were talking about these. And the main complaint was always like, oh, it's it's real heavy, and I get that. Like if you're going for ultra lightweight and you want something that weighs 3 pounds or even less, I guess in some cases, I can get why you maybe wouldn't want this. For me, I mean, I'm carrying in. I've got the Summit climber stand back here. I've got a muddy hang-on stand that's nice and wide. Got a couple other hang-ons. So when you compare this a little over 5 pounds with your saddles and ropes, let's say you're carrying in 10 pounds with everything, that gear wise specifically, it's still nothing compared to carrying that. I mean, even if you have a backpack full of gear, let's just say you're carrying in 20 pounds, It's a lot different than carrying a backpack with a climber. You're going to be, carrying in probably close to 40 pounds, right? So that's not a big deal for me. One of the things, though, I did see in every single one of these videos that complained about how heavy this thing was, all had the exact same positive thing they had to say about it, which was that it is stable. And that's been my experience. Uh, Between these nice wide teeth here, which I've seen some other companies sometimes don't have that, or they got like 3 teeth or something, between this nice wide gripping here, I can tell you right now, this thing is a tank. I mean, once you get it in, you're climbing in your tree, you get everything strapped up, you cam it down a little bit, you step on this, really cam it in, and then step on this and lock it in. This thing does not move. I mean, I've sat and not while I'm hunting, but while I'm playing with it, testing it out, getting comfortable with it. I've stood almost totally sideways with my foot up against this thing. It does not move. It does not slide. If it's set properly, I don't think I've had it so much as jiggle. I mean, it locks in nice and tight. And like I said, this is not, a new product. This isn't something groundbreaking. This is one of XOP's older products, still on their website, still for sale. And there's a reason for that. And that's because if you look at the reviews on it from their website, everyone's very satisfied. Everyone, complains a little bit about the weight. But overall, this is highly, highly recommended. It's also got, I guess this is kind of a gear hoop too. I did try that one time. I had the rope hooked to it, which I didn't like a whole lot. But you can do whatever you want to there. I mean, you could even, I guess if you wanted, cut these things off and shave a little bit of weight. But overall, very, very satisfied. If you're, maybe looking at getting into saddle hunting, this is a very good option to go with. Price point wise, too, that was also another big reason why I bought it. $129. I mean, you really can't beat that when you think about some of the competitive products being nearly double that in some cases. Like I said, you're going to get a little bit lighter product, but a lot of the bigger brand ones I've seen people use are excited about the lightweight, but they all, again, their complaint on that's always the same thing, that you tend to get a little bit of jiggle here and there. Not with all of them, 100% of the time, but it seems like a lot of them when I watch these videos where other people are talking about other platforms, they just don't seem as stable as this one. So again, highly recommend this. I'm going to include a link down below on Amazon where you can get this. Yeah, if you're, like I said, wanting to get in saddle hunting, this is an excellent starting point. And even on mine, like I said, my experience, I'm in no hurry to try to get a lighter, better model or something. I think this does the job just fine.